Hello, everybody, and welcome to Boston 25 Sports In-Depth, episode 12. Tom Leyden and Butch Stearns with you. A couple of powerful stories on tap for tonight. And Butch, we start in Canton. What do you got?
I got a story that I really enjoyed covering. It's an inspiring young man who loves basketball. His name's Xavier Machuga. Hoops has always given his life a purpose ever since he met head coach Ryan Gordy. But after nearly losing his life, Tom, the X-Man learned that the Canton High mission statement, honor the process, would help save his life.
For those of you who are going through hard times out there, you just have to find inner strength. Honor the process, all right?
Honor the process is what Ryan Gordy's Canton High basketball players live by.
So honor the process is, our whole program is it's the foundation.
Don't take any step for granted.
You don't take what you have for granted.
We say the secret to basketball is it's not about basketball.
That's the secret to basketball. It's not about basketball.
Xavier Machuga and Ryan Gordy have a special relationship.
He's his mentor. Xavier looks up to him like no other. They had an instant bond.
But this bond started with some tough love on Xavier's first day of school in Coach Gordy's health class.
He came in with a little bit of an attitude, and he was actually wearing an inappropriate shirt.
He had a t-shirt on that was not necessarily appropriate for school.
I just asked him, if that's the way that he wanted to be perceived. I said, this is a new opportunity for you. It's a fresh start. It's a new school. It's a new state. It's a new town. And is this how you want to be perceived on your first day?
Xavier had never been challenged like that before. Growing up on the streets in Bristol, Connecticut, he faced other challenges that were leading him in the wrong direction.
I was heading down the wrong path already.
So Mom decided it was time for a fresh start, taking her two boys and moving north to Canton, Mass.
Canton was the type of town that I came to and they didn't judge me.
And X was flourishing, loving school and playing basketball for Coach Gordy until May 5th, 2017. X came home after school with a headache.
He came home from school. Mom, my head hurts. I'm like, all right, maybe we need to take some Tylenol and rest a little bit. He said, no, Mom, my head really hurts. And at that point, it went from 0 to 100. I said, okay, I'm gonna call 911. This was something serious that was happening.
X passed out in the ambulance on the way to Norwood Hospital. A CAT scan revealed bleeding in his brain. Immediately transported to Mass General, he had emergency brain surgery that night. Suffering an aneurysm, X basically stayed in a coma for nearly a month. The day you had your aneurysm, X, what do you remember about it?
I remember everything up until I lost consciousness.
What scared you?
The thought of losing him. It's a terrifying feeling.
Coach Gordy got the news on a long weekend up in Maine.
I walked in to Mass General and found Xavier, and that was a tough sight.
It was horrible. I remember it was right in this office right here. Got called out of math. I remember it like it was yesterday.
And I just remember crying and just crying.
The unknown was the scariest part for Katrina.
Is he gonna be the same child he was before? Is he gonna remember his past life? Is he gonna remember his family, his friends?
Unable to walk or talk, X was transferred to Spalding Rehab. Katrina basically moved in. Coach Gordy came to visit frequently, always talking with him about the team and letting him know everybody was thinking about him. And then, a moment.
And I grabbed his hand, and he was squeezing my hand. And I said, do you know I'm here? And he squeezed my hand. And it was a really light squeeze, but he squeezed my hand, and that was the start of it.
And it got better from there, when Mom came in one day to a major surprise.
And when I walked in the door, he said, hi, Mom. And I just lost it.
X was back. Not fully, he may never be, but the road back had begun. Months of physical therapy, Xavier finally came home and went back to school and rejoined his brother Bulldogs.
He first wasn't supposed to be able to breathe on his own, did that, wasn't supposed to be able to eat, wasn't supposed to be able to talk, wasn't supposed to be able to walk, and here he is.
His comeback became a school-wide crusade called Soldier X.
He's a soldier. Your generic soldier is never gonna give up. That's exactly what X is.
Soldier X leading up to Tuesday night, January 15th, 20 months after he almost died.
X-Man, I'm coaching for you tonight. Okay? It's been a long road. I'm proud of you. I love you to death, and I can't wait to coach this game in your honor tonight. We love you, buddy.
One more step for the mission to be complete. The X-Man returns to the court. Coach Gordy and Mansfield coach Mike Vaughn agreeing that Xavier will start and score a basket to celebrate the long road back. Coach Gordy agreeing to set up a special moment to celebrate this special young man.
Something I'll remember forever.
You know, when we talk about him being a special person and a special young man, I mean, I've learned way more from him than I could ever give him.
He's taught me a lot, believe it or not. He's just an unbelievable person. Someone I'm definitely very proud of.
You know, if you had to do it all over again, you wouldn't have had the aneurysm, I would imagine.
Yes, I would.
You would have.
Yeah. If I had not had the aneurysm, I wouldn't be the person I am today.
Okay, little misty, I'll admit it. Great job. What are the chances he has a full recovery?
Nobody knows. Nobody thought he'd get to the point where he is today, Tom. I mean, he almost died. So it's just a story about a great town, a great family, and an inspirational young man.
So what's next? What are the next few steps?
He's going to start a nonprofit fund called the X Fund.
Of course.
And what he wants to do with the nonprofit fund is to have adolescent brain injury survivors be supported, because as X says, maybe the next kid who goes through this won't have the support system that he does. I got tears in my eyes, too.
Typically, I see the stories at least once before we show them to you. I had never seen that one, and that was really well done and a great job.